Every night you die, not literally, but for about 8 hours the world disappears. Your room disappears, your friends disappear, your responsibilities disappear, even your sense of time disappears. Then something extraordinary happens. Your brain starts building a new reality, a reality where you can fly, a reality where your childhood home has 10 extra rooms, a reality where you can have a conversation with someone who died years ago. And while it's happening, you believe every second of it. That's the weird part. No matter how ridiculous the dream becomes, your brain rarely stops and says, "Wait a minute, none of this makes sense." Instead, it accepts everything. A giant talking cat? Sure. Breathing underwater? Why not? Being late for an exam you finished years ago? Completely normal. Then you wake up, and suddenly you realize how absurd it all was. But here's the question. Why? Why would the most intelligent object in the known universe spend 2 hours every night creating stories that aren't real? At first glance, dreaming seems useless. It burns energy. It makes no sense. It doesn't help you find food. It doesn't help you earn money. It doesn't help you survive tomorrow. In fact, dreaming is so strange that for thousands of years humans invented supernatural explanations for it. Ancient Egyptians believed dreams were messages from the gods. The Greeks thought dreams could predict the future. Some cultures believed dreams allowed the soul to leave the body. And honestly, if you had never heard of neuroscience, those explanations wouldn't sound completely crazy, because dreaming feels supernatural. You close your eyes in one world, you open them in another. But modern science has uncovered something even stranger. Dreams may not be random stories at all. They may be one of the most advanced survival tools evolution ever created. To understand why, imagine your brain as a giant city. During the day, that city is overwhelmed. Every conversation, every face, every sound, every embarrassing moment, every problem, every emotion. Millions of pieces of information are constantly arriving. Your brain cannot keep all of it. If it tried, it would collapse under the weight of its own memories. So every night, something remarkable happens. The city closes for maintenance, roads shut down, traffic slows, lights dim, and thousands of biological workers begin sorting through the chaos. What should be kept? What should be deleted? What should be connected to older memories? What should be ignored forever? This process is happening inside your head right now, every single night, and dreams may be what that process looks like from the inside. Scientists discovered this by accident. In the 1950s, researchers studying sleeping volunteers noticed something strange. Every 90 minutes or so, people's eyes started moving rapidly beneath their eyelids. Even though they were asleep, it looked like they were watching something. So researchers woke them up. And what they found changed sleep science forever. Most people reported vivid dreams, stories, images, characters, entire worlds. Suddenly, scientists realized sleeping brains weren't inactive at all. They were incredibly busy. Brain scans later revealed something astonishing. Parts of the brain responsible for vision become highly active during dreaming. The emotional centers become highly active. Memory systems become highly active. In some ways, your brain is working almost as hard as it does while you're awake, but one important system goes quiet, the part responsible for logic. That's why dreams feel real. The emotional parts of your brain are shouting. The visual parts are creating entire worlds, but the fact-checker has gone home. Imagine watching the most bizarre movie ever made while the person responsible for asking questions has left the room. That's a dream. But that still doesn't answer the biggest mystery. Why does evolution keep dreaming around? Dreaming isn't free. Your brain consumes enormous amounts of energy. If dreams served no purpose, evolution would likely have removed them millions of years ago. Yet dreaming appears everywhere. Dogs dream, cats dream, birds dream, rats dream. Scientists have even observed dreamlike sleep in reptiles. That means dreaming is ancient, much older than humanity, much older than civilization. Dreaming existed before the first cities, before language, before written history, which means evolution saw something valuable in it, something worth preserving for over 100 million years. One of the strongest theories comes from neuroscientist Antti Revonsuo. He believes dreams are simulations, practice sessions, virtual reality created by the brain. Think about the most common dreams humans have: being chased, falling, getting lost, being attacked, missing something important. Notice a pattern? Most dreams involve problems, threats, challenges, situations that require action. It's almost as if your brain is running training exercises, not because danger is happening, but because danger could happen. Your ancestors lived in a world filled with risks, predators, starvation, hostile tribes. A brain capable of rehearsing threats before they happened may have gained a survival advantage. In other words, dreaming might be evolution's oldest simulator. Long before humans invented flight simulators, long before military training exercises, your brain was already practicing for the future while you slept. And that idea becomes even more fascinating when you realize something else. Dreams don't just prepare you for danger, they also prepare you emotionally. Researchers discovered that people often dream about emotionally important experiences shortly after they happen. Arguments, breakups, achievements, failures, moments that matter. Why? Because emotions are expensive. They consume attention, they influence decisions, they shape memory. Your brain can't simply ignore them, so it processes them, not while you're awake, but while you're dreaming. It's as if your sleeping brain becomes a therapist working the night shift, reviewing experiences, reducing emotional intensity, searching for meaning, looking for patterns, trying to answer one question: what can be learned from this? And maybe that's why dreams can feel so strange. Because your brain isn't trying to tell a coherent story, it's trying to solve problems, it's connecting ideas that seem unrelated, testing possibilities, exploring scenarios, building bridges between memories. The dream itself may look chaotic, but the process behind it is surprisingly intelligent. Which leads to one final question: what if dreams aren't the weird thing? What if being awake is? After all, both experiences are created by the same brain. Both feel real while they're happening. Both involve emotions. Both involve stories. The only difference is that one reality is shared with everyone else, and the other is created entirely for you. Tonight, when you close your eyes, your brain will once again build a universe from nothing. Characters will appear, stories will unfold, problems will be solved, memories will be reorganized, emotions will be processed, future possibilities will be explored, and by morning, most of it will disappear. Not because it was meaningless, but because the purpose was never the dream itself. The purpose was the work your brain was doing behind the scenes. And while you sleep, that work never stops.